welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen meeting on November 2nd, 2015. The time being 7 p.m. I call the meeting to order. Our first order of business is pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As a reminder, this meeting is being audio and video recorded digitally. Citizens' query tonight will be from 7:05 p.m. to 7:10 p.m. Our first order of business would be general business number 1, and it's a request from the Agricultural Commission to appoint Dennis Donahue to the Agricultural Commission. To the Board of Selectmen, the Agricultural Commission is requesting you consider appointing as an alternate member Dennis Donahue of 73 Cross Street to a vacancy on our board. Mr. Donahue has lived in Raleigh for the past 20 years, having bought a colonial house built in 1844 with a long history of farming. Now retired after a long career of teaching at Salisbury Elementary, he has been working on his property growing vegetables for personal use, to sell at Raleigh's Farmers Flea Market, and to continue the farming tradition of his property. Given Mr. Donahue's commitment to supporting the long tradition of farming in Raleigh, we feel he would serve the town well. And this appointment will be made for a term of 3 years, to June 30th, 2018. Sincerely, Diane Schott, Secretary. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? We have a motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, old business. Discuss and reissue revised one-day liquor license application for the Clark School for the Paint Night fundraiser. The Clark School submitted a request for a one-day liquor license for the wrong date, which was approved by the police chief and the selectmen. Their initial request was for November 27th, 2015, but should have been for November 6th, 2015. The police chief has signed off on the revised application for the November 6th, 2015. Attached is the updated one-day liquor license. Does the board wish to request that the Clark School return the one-day license issued on November 27th, 2015? And my comment would be yes, but if you want to discuss it, that's fine.
Mr. Chairman, I'll give you a motion to grant the one-day license for November 6th and request that they return the license for November 27th, 2015.
Okay.
Second that.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Time being 7:05, citizens' query is open till 7:10 p.m. Yep.
If If you please, Mr. Chairman. My name is Deborah Johnson. I live with my husband at 449 Main Street in Rowley. And I just want to bring your attention to 2 letters that I dropped off at the Board of Selectmen's office and the Town Administrator's office on October 23rd, 2015 and October 27th, 2015. And I'm asking this board to please set a date for a hearing on this particular matter. I think it's very important.
Okay.
And when you do, if you could just give us a call so that we can, clear us.
No, we,
Clear us
once,
as soon as possible,
Yeah.
because we have a clock ticking
okay,
with a court date.
yeah, and once this happens, we'll get back to you and say.
Thank you.
Check,
Thank
make
you.
sure that the date is satisfactory
Thank
to
you,
you
sir, I
also.
appreciate that.
So,
Can I just ask, Mr. Chairman, is this a criminal matter or a civil matter? Is it a court date? What?
Well, it's a criminal matter in court, however, some information has come to our attention just in the last 6 weeks about a matter relative to the Rowley Police Department, and we believe that it needs to be brought up before the Board of Selectmen.
Well, if this is a criminal matter in court, Mr. Chairman, I would recommend that we not deal with this until after the criminal case is settled. We're certainly not authorized to conduct criminal investigations, and we get in the way of a criminal, or I'm just concerned that we've got one thing running against another. If there's an issue with the police department, we can deal with that after the case is settled, but if it's in criminal court, is it in civil court too, or just criminal court?
Right now, it's just in criminal court, but it's not it's relative to an investigation that was done in 2011 by Detective Gamache.
Right, but what
And it was closed by Detective Gamache in 2011, and we've just come to light some facts. Once we reviewed our police record, just the end of August, information came. So this does not conflict at all with the criminal investigation. There's another detective working on it
But
now.
the criminal investigation involves the same matter, I assume?
The same matter, yes.
I would recommend, Mr. Chairman, that we don't hear it until after the case is settled, but that's not my decision, it's just my input.
well, I think
I'm concerned about getting involved in a open discussion of a case that's in court. If there's a problem with the police investigation, that certainly might impinge on what the outcome of the court case is, and that's for the lawyers in the district attorney's office to work on, not for the Board of Selectmen to
yeah, well, I
make a
mean,
decision at this time. Mr. Gamache is retired a year ago, or
mostly,
whatever months ago it
11
was.
11 months ago.
11 months ago, and we can certainly deal with that issue
Yeah.
when the case is completed. That's just my own opinion.
Okay, I mean, I don't.
I mean, the board can decide, I'm just saying that.
Well, I think the board needs to decide, and we probably need some advice from council.
Yeah, I would.
Town
that's-
council.
That's fine with me, ask town council what we should do. I just don't think it's appropriate for us to get in the middle of if it's in court now in a criminal matter.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the last thing I'd want to do is to jeopardize any of that type of the
Yeah.
operation. But I'm assuming that probably most of us haven't even read the letters that she.
No, and if the officer's involved is retired, then there's nothing we're gonna be able to do anyway at this point. We can't
So-
punish him. If we found him negligent or something, there's no punishment we can do at this point. So that to hold it off until the end of the criminal matter seems to me wouldn't make any difference.
Right.
Well, Lieutenant May reviewed it and did he not review it? And
I have no idea. I don't even want to get into
I don't
discussion
think
of
we-
it.
Excuse me, I
Matter
think
of-
we're
It's
in
really not on
citizen
the-
query.
right, it's not
Right
on the
now, we
agenda.
shouldn't be discussing anything that comes before us in citizen query. So, take this under advisement, and I would recommend confer with town council.
Yeah, I think we should too.
So even if there's a let me just get it straight on the record. So even if there's a matter that we have a question about even the present investigation, i.e. the last 8 months or so from the Rowley PD, which does not include Detective Gamache, your recommendation is that this not be heard till after?
Excuse me, during citizen query, it is the policy of the board not to make any comment whatsoever, just to listen to the question from the audience. Okay, and not to make comment.
Okay, so you're deferring action on my letters of October
No,
23rd and 27th
I'm recommending that we,
until later?
recommending what we've heard, that goes to town council.
Okay,
But of course, I'm only one member of the Board of Selectmen.
Okay. So you're all set?
That's it.
Okay. Mr. Conley?
Yes, I submitted a letter on last Thursday, and I was wondering when the board is going to address it, have a hearing or what? When could I anticipate you getting back to me on that letter with the enclosures?
I'm assuming once everybody reads it.
Pardon?
I'm assuming once everybody reads it.
Okay. Do you have any idea when that will be?
Well, they would have picked up their mail possibly this week or this weekend, or maybe not. Maybe even tonight would be the first time they might have seen it, so.
Okay. Well, you'll get back to me when you're gonna be having a hearing on that or what?
Well, I can't guarantee a hearing, but we can look at it and see what we're gonna do. And that's as far as we can go in the citizen's query.
Okay, because I think it's very important those questions be answered, obviously. All right,
That's your opinion, so.
Okay.
Okay.
thank you.
Yep. Okay. The time being 7:12, citizens' query is closed. Old business number 2, update on Pine Grove School Building Authority meeting. Vice Chairman Perry attended this meeting and will update the board.
Well, let me start by saying that Selectman Peterson did join me at the meeting. We did meet with 4 people from the state agency for school funding. We talked about getting a grant to do some work on the Pine Grove School. It could range from anywhere from a brand new school to remodeling. And there were about 91 applications for state grants for this year. And they whittled them down to 40, and we're still in the running.
Yeah, that's a
In the
plus.
40. They will pick 15 to 17 grants or to cities and towns that will qualify for the grants for 2016. And we're very hopeful. The funding is usually, the state grant is at 50% of whatever the cost figures, and you can get additional points for such things as having a very clean building, which we do. We took them on a tour of Pine Grove, and they were, I thought, favorably impressed. And there were other things that we could earn points for, so that we could get more than 50% on the funding. But they will let us know if we are selected in December timeframe. January. And so that if we're not selected, then we can reapply to
Reapply,
get
yeah.
into the funding. The actual expenditures, they talked about doing a feasibility, or not a feasibility, but a study on what the proposal might look like. Might cost up to $500,000. In the school funding, the school renovations would be funded in, I think, 2018. So hopefully we'll be in the mix, but we have other things, as Mr. Peterson pointed out at the meeting, that we do have the public safety building
Right.
that we're very concerned about. And I thought that the presentation went pretty well. They did suggest that we could check locally with Newburyport. Knock Middle School was renovated, and the President Hand School, elementary school in Newburyport, was built brand new.
Wow.
So there were both considerations. You have any?
Yeah, basically, the cost is gonna be, they said somewhere between 500,000 and $1.5 million, depending on the size of and the scope of the project. So probably, in the spring town election, we're probably gonna be looking for an override of
something.
I would say something
We gonna
close to $1
get the,
million, I would think, but we don't know at this point. That was me, I think.
Do you think we'll get the notice before, I think we have to
We
start?
should be notified in January.
January sometime?
Or
Okay.
late January, if we're in the final running. And we did, as Joe said, we took a good tour of the school.
Good.
And we pointed out all the deficiencies. They asked a large number of questions of the superintendent and assistant superintendent who were both at the meeting. It was a good meeting, and we gained a lot of information from it. It's just a matter now of waiting for them to act on the application, and then once they act, and we'll be in a position for the spring to hopefully put something on the town meeting. We did make it very clear that we're competing with the police and fire station building and so on and so forth, so it's gonna be tight, and the taxpayers are gonna have some tough decisions to make when it comes to what they wanna do.
Yeah.
The only one point I would like to make is that we expended several $1,000s to refurbish the boiler for the, and they have a new machine in there that really looks great and was installed and is doing a good job for the school, so
Good.
that's a very big positive, I thought.
The school is badly, just one final comment, is badly in need of, electrical wiring, sprinklers, roof needs to be replaced, kitchen's inadequate, there's all kinds of major repairs that need to be done, and nothing's really been done on a major basis for about 25 years for that school,
Right.
so.
We've done some fix-its down there for the last couple of years, but that's
And
about
for
it.
us to go from, 90-something applications down to 40-something, us to be in the 40 means that we're in the ballpark anyway, and obviously we've got some issues there that need to be dealt with.
Yeah. Okay, is there any other comment? No. Okay. We'll move on to the next item.
Sorry.
Old business number 3, Intervale Circle update. Approve Meridian Associates surveying work, meets bounds, description, and street layout plan. Meridian Associates has provided Debbie with the attached proposal for the survey work, meets and bounds, description, and the production of a recordable street layout plan. Attorney Judith Pickett has reviewed the proposal and recommends the board approve it. Phil Patterson, the senior surveyor at Meridian, did similar work on Christopher Road, so they are familiar with this development. Also, Judy has made arrangements to have Cynthia Needles, the title attorney we use for Christopher Road, to do the title work. The board needs to vote to authorize either the chairman or the town administrator to sign the proposal. And the proposal is attached.
Page 2, the price is what, $4,700, Debbie, is that
Yes.
accurate?
It's an estimate.
Okay.
Yeah, something we have to do, I'll make a motion that we authorize, either the chairman or the town administrator to sign the documentation.
I'll second that.
Enable the contract.
Okay. Is there any other discussion or comment?
No?
Okay, we're gonna make a motion, Dave, is that what you
Yes,
said?
that's a motion.
Okay. Would that motion include a flip from for Debbie and I to see which one signs it?
Yeah, I think you can work it out.
Got a quarter?
Yeah, I just need to get a clean copy for you to sign, so.
Okay. I'm trying to get a quarter out of Dave so we can find out who's
I
gonna
can
sign
sign it, I just, you're
I
gonna
can
have to
get
sign it at another time, let me get a clean copy.
Yeah, but Mr. Chairman, if you want to be the signee, I'll make the motion.
Well, I didn't say that.
Authorize
I
you to
just
be the
said we were gonna
signee.
flip for it, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Debbie and I can
Okay.
work on that one. Okay, all those, we didn't get a second, right?
Mr. Perry,
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Okay. Motion made and seconded to accept the estimate for the Intervale Circle planning. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Update on open meeting law, public records law information session. set for November 17th, 2015 at 7 p.m. The attached notice was emailed to all department heads and hard copies were put in all department mailboxes. Raleigh Community Media will be recording this meeting. To all town department heads, boards, commissions, and committees, from Deborah Egan, Town Accountant, OML and Public Records Session. The Board of Selectmen will be holding an informational session with Town Council Tom Mullen on the state open meeting law and the state public records law on the Tuesday, November 17th, 2015 at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Auditorium. All town boards, commissions, committee members, officials, and department heads are strongly encouraged to attend. I am making arrangements to have the session video recorded by Raleigh Community Media and uploaded to the town's website. Could you please distribute or post this memo within your department? Could you please contact Amy Lyden or me via email to let us know if you plan to attend? Thank you. So keep that meeting in mind. Minutes for March 30th, April 9th, September 14th, September 21st, October 19th, and October 26th. Okay, the minutes for March 30th. Has everybody had a chance to look through them? And
I believe that only Mr. Snow and you and I can
Yeah, I'll
approve those meeting
I'm gonna abstain.
minutes. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
motion made and seconded. All those in favor of accepting the minutes of March 30th signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carried with 2 extensions. April 9th. I think we have the same issue there. Minutes of the April 9th Selectmen's meeting. Anybody have any questions or comments?
Give me a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Abstain.
2 abstentions. Board of Selectmen minutes, September 14th, 2015.
Give me a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of accepting the September 14th, 2015 minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstain. I was waiting for opposed.
All those opposed?
Abstain.
Mr. Pierce abstained for the record.
Yep.
Yeah.
September 21st, 2015. Board of Selectmen minutes.
Give me a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. October 19th, minutes, Raleigh Board of Selectmen. All those in, anybody, is there anybody with any comments or questions?
Give a motion, Mr. Chairman, to accept.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept the October 19th minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I abstain. I was absent. And we have a set of minutes for October 26, 2015, with a caveat that goes with it. The attached minutes are revised from the version that I sent to you on Thursday, October 29th, 2015. I realize that I did not include a vote taken under old business number 1. The attached minutes include this vote.
Give you a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. business.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Okay, that was your report, I guess, Joe? That was your report? right?
Yes.
Number one, okay. You see any issues with that at all?
No.
No, okay. Okay, motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Opposed? I abstain also, because I was absent. Okay. So that takes care of the minutes. That brings us down to announcements. Household Hazardous Waste Recycling Day, November 14th at 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Highway Department Facility, 40 Independent Street. You can also look up on RCM and get a list of the materials that they will and will not receive. I'm sure it'll be in the newspaper, and there are flyers going around town too. The town has the following vacancies: Shellfish Commissioners, 2 seats; Cable Advisory Committee seeking 5 members; Fence Viewer, 3 positions; Wood, Lumber, and Bark Inspector; Zoning Board of Appeals, 1 seat; Zoning Board of Appeals Associate, 2 seats; Historical Commission, Historic District Commission, 2 seats; Parks and Recreation Committee, 2 seats; and Open Space Committee is seeking 1 member. For more information on these positions, please contact the Selectmen's office at 948-2372. Rowley Food Pantry is in need of donations. The food pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Water Department will be flushing hydrants throughout the town starting on October 26th through November 12th.
Mr. Chairman, is that schedule posted? How would there be
Aye.
what sections of town?
I'm not
Yes,
sure.
it is on their website.
It's on the website?
Yes.
On the
Okay.
Water Department website?
Water Department.
Okay. Yeah.
So people can tune in and know which neighborhood is going to be flushed.
Flush when? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, please add an announcement. Veterans Supper has been moved to Thursday at the COA, Council on Aging. Joe, so they've actually changed the date?
Yes, if I
Okay.
could comment.
Sure.
The hors d'oeuvres will be served from 5 to 6 o'clock, and from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, there will be a meal served and dessert. And we would welcome all veterans who served to come to the Council on Aging on Thursday night.
It's a great night, if you're a veteran, to come and to sit with others who have served and to hear stories. They're quite
They're fascinating.
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 A couple of years ago, I sat beside a gentleman who was in the back seat of a dauntless dive bomber, World War II. It was you don't get to meet many people like that, and it's. So if you can, if you're a veteran, please,
Yep.
please join us.
I tried to get a chance to talk to a woman who served. She was in England during the bombing over there, and she has fascinating stories to tell.
Member of the Balloon Corps.
Yes,
Yes.
terrific lady.
Okay.
You can motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
A second?
Okay.
I'd like to pause there for a second.
Just waiting, I thought maybe he had something to say. Motion to adjourn has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are
Really
adjourned.
need your record.
You did.
Meetings keep getting shorter.